Hey, Golfaholics, we are here at one of our favorite places, Treetops, and we're really happy to be speaking with Tim Matty, who is the Director of Recreation. That's a pretty good title. I like that.
Yeah, it's all encompassing. Everything we got going on here outside at Treetops.
So you do have a lot. I mean, how many holes do you have here?
We have 81 holes of golf over about 2,400 acres total.
And you're in charge of all of it?
Yes, sir. Yep. All of it, 2 different campuses, 3.5 miles apart. Never a dull moment here at Treetops for the maintenance side or for the guest enjoyment side.
So let's kind of start from the beginning. The Robert Trent Jones course was the first one, the masterpiece over at the other campus, the other location. There's 2 locations here, the north and the main location, but they're right here together, but they're 2 separate entities. And so Robert Trent Jones came in to build a golf course, and he built a beauty.
He did. So the unique feature of the masterpiece course is it was really Mr. Jones's last large course construction that he did prior to retirement. And that golf course was built in 1987. It is as difficult to play today as it was in 1980.
It's not an easy track.
It is not, no, and it's timeless, really, playing it back then versus now. The bunkers are still in play off the tee. The lies are equally as challenging today as they were 30 years ago.
And so Rick Smith became the head professional here. Mr. Melling hired Rick to be the head professional, the first one. And so Rick kind of got into the golf course design business a little bit here. And with Mr. Melling's approval, they built a Smith signature. They built a tradition. They built the famous par 3 Treetops here. And then you also have a Fazio course here. So, and all those courses are fantastic.
They are, and they each offer their own unique character. You know, we're very proud to have the only Fazio design in the state of Michigan. The Smith signature, you know, while similar in views and vistas that you'll get on the Fazio or the Masterpiece, where you're looking over the Sturgeon River Valley, the signature course is all out in front of you. You can see everything off the tees. You know what's out there as far as bunkering. And the defense of that golf course is the bunkers and the greens, whereas the Fazio is a little bit more strategic. You're not necessarily going to need to hit driver off of every tee on the Fazio. Their ball placement in the fairways is key for that shot into the greens. And then Treetops is just an all-around ball. Nobody ever does not have fun on Treetops. It's a blast.
It absolutely is. So let's talk about, we had a big storm come through. You lost some trees over in the tradition, and they just decided to keep taking out more trees.
Yeah, so the tradition course originally was farmland, and it was not fertile enough soil to be able to sustain crop production, which is absolutely perfect for growing fescue in native areas. It was also laid out on more of a heathland-style rolling terrain. So what we did 3 years ago as part of our tree removal master plan was clear the rest of the trees off that golf course and kind of restore it back to its roots. When Rick built that golf course, he was inspired by trips overseas to the UK and Scotland before he built that. So he did a great job with the heathland layout. We just enhanced it a little bit by regaining those native fescue areas and with the tree removal, the playing surfaces have been a lot firmer, a lot faster. We've been able to maintain it a lot more to play the way that it should.
And I was telling Tim before we started, and I tell everybody this, I had the chance to play the tradition last year, and it has become my favorite golf course here. And I think that's the case with a lot of people that come here, try that golf course out. It's just marvelous. I just love it. So that was a big project. What's next up? What's next on the agenda? What are you working on? What are you looking at?
So that was the first large project that we did 3 years ago on the tradition. We do have a master plan for the Fazio golf course. Phase 1 of that we completed this past winter, and that was a tree removal phase, but it was not clear cutting the golf course. All we did with that phase was to regain the original playing corridors.
The sidelines?
And sight lines, yep. So we widened the holes back out to where those trees had encroached over the last 20 or 30 years. We lost a lot of shot options from tees especially. So we regained that. We also have bunker renovation as a part of that master plan coming down the pipeline here. And then we're going to continue to move through the Smith signature and the masterpiece course with tree removal projects aimed at maintaining or regaining the original integrity of the golf courses. We're not making any major changes.
Yeah, cool. And people, if you come here, and a lot of people have been here in the past, but if you come here, these golf courses are always highly maintained. They're always tournament ready. Any day you come here, the greens are fabulous. The fairways are mown good. Everything is in top-notch shape. And of course, we got this great pro shop here. You can see part of it behind me. This is only like half of it. This is the Under Armour section.
Yes, so this is new this year, our Under Armour concept store, one of 3 in the state.
So if you're a Jordan Spieth fan, this is where you want to come.
Absolutely. I joked with our pros, I believe it was the U.S. Open Day 1 press conference. The shirt Jordan was wearing, we've got it here on the rack. So we'll be the first to get that sort of merchandise and the newest and best from Under Armour.
So you're a Buckeye. You're from Ohio, went to Ohio State. How does a Buckeye end up here in the land of the Wolverine and the Spartan?
Very strong wind blew me north. I did grow up in Ohio and will be a Buckeye fan for life, but Northern Michigan has become home for me.
So if you come up here, you will see a little scarlet and gray in different places, which is unusual up here. Usually maize and blue or green and white. So that's great. Tim, we've talked about, what you've kind of done in the past and upgrades. So is there anything else that you want to talk about before we let you go today?
Nothing in particular as far as major project work, just a big shout out and kudos to our maintenance staff. They're here day in, day out, evening, night, morning, making sure that the place is ready to go and in tip-top shape for all of our guests. So we love to see people out here enjoying their work, and we look forward to seeing some more of them before the snow flies this winter.
So if you're interested in coming up here, go to treetops.com. You can find all the information there about all the activities, the courses. You can make tee times and all that kind of thing there. And it's best to get on and do that because you're running pretty full, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, it's been a busy summer, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down for the rest of July, August, and September. And frankly, we're coming up on some of the best golfing conditions for Northern Michigan, for a Northern Michigan summer here in the end of July, August, and into September. So I would get it booked quickly.
Yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to touch base on too quickly is, of course, the color season up here in September, mid to late September, early October. The colors up here are fantastic. And so last fall, you did a taste of the, I don't know, whatever it's called. It was a fall color tasting tour. And you had the stations for hors d'oeuvres and wine pairings out on the golf course. There were 4 or 5. And then we had a sit-down dinner in the restaurant. Are we going to do that again this year? That was fabulous.
Yes, we call it the fall color tours. And like you said, we do a hors d'oeuvre and wine pairing at each of the 3 stations.
On the Masterpiece?
On the Masterpiece course, yep. So one of the top places in Northern Michigan to see our peak fall colors is the Masterpiece, number 6, where you have a 30-mile view over the Pigeon River Valley. So we will have that offering again this year. We try to dictate the dates based on the forecasted peak time. So we'll announce that here soon, and we'll hope to have a full roster for it. It's hard to beat some of those views.
I got to do that last year. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought that was really a cool event. I really liked it. Well, Tim, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk in the Back Nine Report. We really appreciate it. Good luck to you, a fellow Buckeye. I got to like that. So good luck to you going forward.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.